Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Sports Trivia. Hope you enjoyed the NHL lineup challenge video. It was very fun to make. Looking forward to doing more of those. Today we've got a different sport and a different kind of game. So, we're going to be doing some baseball trivia today. And I actually just got this idea literally like 5 minutes ago. We're going to be doing a postseason bracket challenge. And what I mean by that is we're going to spin the wheel again. We're going to get a random year. And whatever year we get, we're going to fill out the postseason bracket for that year, starting from the World Series, going all the way out to the divisional series or the wild card series, if that's the case. We're going to do 3 rounds of this, and we're going to see if we can go all the way back, name all the matchups, all the teams from that year's postseason. So let's get started. Spinning the wheel first time, and the year we get is 2018. Okay, so similar to last time, I'm going to give myself about 3 minutes to fill out the bracket. I'm going to go from the World Series back, and then I'll share my answers with you. So let's start. All right. That did not take any time at all. I know all my answers are correct. I don't even need to explain like any doubts or anything. So I also forgot to mention this. So another component of the score for this game. So I'm going to get a point for every correct matchup. Actually, I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do a point for every correct matchup. But so the World Series is going to be 1 point, Championship Series 2, Division Series 3, Wild Card 4. I think we could start that way. Maybe we'll change it later on, but I think that's the way to go. And then a bonus point for getting the number of games played in that series. So, for example, if the series went to 7, and I said that I went to 7, I get a bonus point for that. And I'm also not going to show you my answers on the screen like I did for the hockey guessing one. I'm just going to be showing the answers flat out. Starting with the World Series, Red Sox over Dodgers in 5, correct. So that's 2 points for me for getting the correct matchup and the bonus point for the number of games. The NLCS, Dodgers over Brewers in 7, and the ALCS was Red Sox over Astros in 6. So the Dodgers beat the Brewers in 7, but the Red Sox won in 5. I had a feeling it was going to be 5 because I thought the series started in Boston, and I know it ended in Houston. So I had a feeling it was 5. So that is 2 points for the series. Another one there. Let me write this down, actually. 2 points, 3 there. And then 2 points for the correct matchup for the LCS. Now, NLDS. First off is Dodgers over Braves in 4. And I remember that because I'm a lifelong Braves fan. And that was the beginning of the few years where we made the playoffs every single year, which actually is still going. I think I was thinking of more when we won the division every year. Can remember that. I didn't expect us to go that far that year. So us being in the playoffs was great because it was the first time in about 5 years that we had made the playoffs. Still a heartbreaking ending nonetheless. And then the other divisional series was the Brewers over the Rockies in 3. And then for the ALDS, both sweeps, Red Sox over Yankees and Astros over the Indians. Got all those right. And then the wild card games, Rockies over Cubs, Yankees over A's. So that's a complete sweep with the 1 point miss being the number of games for the ALCS. So great start so far. Let's spin the wheel and see what year we have now. I probably should have removed 2018, but we're not going to get that again. 2012, okay. We're getting a little old now. I still think I can probably work my way back and see. It might be a bit tough, but let's start. All right, I've got some answers. This one was tough. I didn't even finish all of them. There were some where I just genuinely had no idea. Some of them I'm certain about, some of them I have literally no idea. So let's start off, obviously, with the World Series. The Giants beat the Tigers. I wrote in 5, but I have a feeling it was a sweep, and it indeed was a sweep. For some reason, I remember, or at least I think thought I remembered the Tigers winning a game in that series, but they didn't. They got swept by the Giants. So there's 1 point for the correct series. ALCS, Tigers over Yankees and Giants over Cardinals. I put the Tigers in 5 and the Giants in 6, but let's see what we got. Okay, the Tigers swept the Yankees. I knew it ended in Detroit and started in New York, but I didn't know if it was a sweep or not. So there are 2 points for the series. Giants over Cardinals in 7. Wow. Okay. Um, so I mean, I knew the series were didn't really know how many games because of course it's been 13 years now, so a little long ago. Then the ALDS. This is where it starts getting a little sketchy because I didn't remember all of them. But the one series I absolutely knew happened was the Tigers over the A's. Now, I didn't write how many games it happened in because I just definitely didn't know. But anyway, the Tigers beat the A's in 5. Okay. So that's 3 points for the right series. And then the other division series matchup that I wrote was Cardinals over Dodgers because, of course, the Dodgers had to have made the playoffs. And, of course, the Cardinals had to be in there somewhere as well. And I had a feeling it was the. Oh, my goodness. Now I remember it now. It just came back to me. And now looking here, yeah, it was. They didn't play the Dodgers. They played the Nationals because I remember now that was when and it was in 5 because this was when the Nationals were, I think, down to their last strike, and they completely collapsed, gave up one bunch of runs, and then the Cardinals won. So that's 0 points there. And then, it's crazy now looking at it. The Dodgers did not make the playoffs that year. Wow. And then the other division series, it had to be the Giants, of course, because they won the whole thing. It was the Giants over the Reds, which now I remember because of Buster Posey's Grand Slam. Sorry, Reds fans. And then the other division series was Yankees over Orioles. I believe that was when Raul Ibanez had a 2-homer game. He had a game-tying homer in the 9th and then a walk-off home run in extras in one game. So didn't really do well there. Now, for the wild card, I think this was the first, maybe the second year where there was a wild card game instead of just actually this was the first year of there being a game instead of it going to just the first team leading the wild card. Now, I am very salty about this NL wild card game, and every Braves fan watching will know why. It was the Cardinals over the Braves with a call that we do not talk about. If you're curious, just look it up. I don't even want to explain it. It was the Cardinals over the Braves and the NL wild card. And then for the AL, I have absolutely no idea. I was going to say Rays over Indians, but that was in 2013. So the AL wild card was Orioles over Rangers. Never would have guessed that. So that's the 2012 playoffs. We'll do one more spinning for the last postseason year. Going recent again, 2021. This is the last season with the original playoff format before they were expanded. And pretty recent and a very, very special year for me, as I'll point out in a second, but let's do it. All right. Another instance of knowing all the answers, because as I mentioned, this is a very special postseason and year in general for me. Starting with the World Series, my Atlanta Braves over the Houston Astros in 6. Jorge Soler's home run, I think that'll always and forever be the most special home run to me, or like the greatest in my mind and memory. Yeah, no, that ball still hasn't landed yet either, so no further explanation needed. NLCS Braves Dodgers in 6. That genuinely one of the greatest series of any sport I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, wow. And then the ALCS Astros over Red Sox in 6. Another great series overall. The Red Sox weren't even supposed to make it that far, so the fact that they took the Astros to 6 in their dynasty years too was great. And then for the division series, I've got the Red Sox over the Rays in 4, and the Astros over the White Sox also in 4. I'm pretty sure the White Sox won a game, right? Yep, it was in 4 because they just had that one game in Chicago where the crowd was pumping. turn it around, and then sure enough, the day after that. And then for the NLDS, Braves Brewers in 4. That game 4 of that series, incredible. One of my all-time favorite sports games. And then the other one, Dodgers Giants in 5. What a year for the Giants, though. I mean, even though it ended disappointingly, the fact that they won, I think it was 107 games, like just out of nowhere, too. I mean, most random 100 plus win season of all time, genuinely. And then for the wild card games, Red Sox, Yankees, and Dodgers, Cardinals. So that's a full sweep there. Let me add up my points real quick. Hold on, I need to do that. All right, so after tallying up my points, at a possible total of 96, we got 75. Great start. Well, we'll definitely do another one of these videos. It's not very much like the NHL lineup challenge where we can do, a bunch of them because, of course, there are only so many years we can do. But absolutely, we'll do another one of these. Thanks for watching again. Hope you enjoy the sports trivia, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.